Okay, so this is going to be some optional examples on rotation. You should already know the skills you need to be able to do all of these questions. But if you're still not quite sure, I need a bit more guided examples, then this is the video that we're going to cover. So you can skip some of these examples if you want, or if you find them useful, you can watch all of them. So in this example here, we're going to rotate the shape 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the point. So there's the point there. So 90 degrees. First thing I'm going to do is just draw the shape out on the tracing paper, and then we want to go anti-clockwise. So we're going to go left, or anti-clockwise in this case, and that's going to be 90 degrees. And that's my answer. Okay, question 8. Again, if you don't have the sheet with you, just sketch this out and you can then practice on any square paper that you have. Rotate the shape 180 degrees about the point with coordinates 7, 7. So first of all, we're going to need to work out where 7, 7 is. So I'm going to go 7 along, 7 up. And then sketch this on the tracing paper. And we're going to rotate 180 degrees. Now remember, it doesn't matter if we go clockwise or anti-clockwise. So this time I'm going to go anti-clockwise. You can see that's going to be 90. That's going to be 180. And then that's your answer. Okay, question 9. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. Now the origin is 0, 0. So that's your point there. Draw your tracing paper. Put your pencil on that point and then your finger somewhere here, and then rotate the sheet clockwise. So actually you're going to put it here and then rotate it. So you can see this is going to be 90. That's your answer. If you're asked to do 180, then it would be up here. If you're asked to do 270, it would be up there. Assuming that it's clockwise, of course. So there's your answer for 90 degrees clockwise. Question 10. Rotate the shape 180 degrees about the point with coordinates 0, -1. So 0 and then go -1. There's our point. You then put your tracing paper on top and put your point. Oop, I've done the wrong point here. Silly mistake. It should be 0 and then you go 1 down. So actually 0, -1 is there. You put your tracing paper on top and then you're going to rotate it 180 degrees. It doesn't matter which way, so let's go clockwise. So you can see this is going to be 90, and then we keep going until it lines up and you've got 180. And there's your solution. Question 11. Now describe the single transformation from A to B. Now this one you're going to need to use a bit of trial and error to work out where the center of rotation is. So I'll let you try that out. I'm predicting it could be somewhere perhaps here. I'm predicting it to be there. Indeed, it is actually there. Now, what's important is how you answered this. If you did not list the 3 most important things, the angle of rotation, the center of rotation, and clockwise or anti-clockwise, then you would not get full marks for this. Now, because it happens to be 180 degrees, in this specific case, you don't have to worry about whether it's clockwise or anti-clockwise. But if you did put clockwise, if you did put anti-clockwise, I don't think that would count against you because it's technically still correct. So either way, but you must have 180 and you must have 6, 6, the coordinates of your center of rotation. Okay, for question 12, rotate the shape 270 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. So the origin is here. We're going to put the tracing paper on top, put your pencil tip here, your finger there, and then rotate it anti-clockwise. So we've got, this is going to be 90, this is going to be 180, and this is going to be 270. Now the other thing you could have done is 90 degrees clockwise, which would have been the same answer. So there's your answer. Question 13, rotate the shape 180 degrees about the point with coordinates 3, 8. So we're going to go 3 along, 8 up. Now this is interesting because the center of rotation is on the shape. It can also be inside the shape as well. We'll look at some examples eventually of that. And in this case, you put your tracing paper on top and we're going to rotate it 180 degrees. So it's going to be 90, 180. So this is your answer. An important point here that I've mentioned before is that point there is called an invariant point because it does not move. It stays in the same place. And we'll look at that again later on in the topic. Here, describe the transformation from A to B. So you can see it's been rotated somewhere, perhaps about here, the center of rotation. Now you should be trying this yourself and figuring out using a bit of trial and error to work that out. And you should hopefully get the following answer. So pause the video if you don't have it yet. So here's the solution. There's the center of rotation. And you can see from there, if we go 90 degrees anti-clockwise, about that point, we get the shape. The other answer, which is also valid, is 270 degrees anti-clockwise. Both are correct. And we got the coordinates. The center of rotation is 5, 7. Question 15. Rotate the shape 270 degrees clockwise about the point -1, -1. So there's your center of rotation. Put your tracing paper on top. We're going to go clockwise, which is this way. So that's 90. 90 is here. 180. And then 270. And that's your answer. 270 degrees clockwise, which is the same as 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Question 16. Describe the transformation from A to B. So we're going from A to B. So you can see it's been turned this way. So it's going to be, it looks like a 90-degree rotation. Use a bit of trial and error to work this out. I'm about to show you your answer. If you don't have it, pause the video. Okay, so here's your answer. It's 90 degrees clockwise about the point 0, 1. Question 17. Okay, so we're going to rotate a 90 degrees anti-clockwise about 8, 5. So 8 along, 5 up. So our point is on the shape, and this time we're going to rotate it anti-clockwise 90 degrees, and there we go. Now again, this point here is called an invariant point because it hasn't moved and it's on the shape. It's both on the original shape and the rotation. Okay, the last example here is describing the transformation from A to B. So this one is a bit trickier, so I hope you pause the video and actually work it out where the center of rotation is. Remember, we're going from A to B. Okay, so if you have got an answer here, I'm about to show you the solution. Hopefully you found it. This one is definitely a lot trickier than the others. The center of rotation in this case is up here, 1, 1. And you can see we're rotating at 90 degrees anti-clockwise. The other answer is 270 degrees clockwise, but there's your answer. Okay, so that's basically covered all of rotations for the main bit, and we're going to continue transformations in the remaining parts of the video. So hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.